Because we're going to shift and we're going to start being more evangelistic. We got to go after people. Go after people. We don't just sit and wait for somebody to walk up to us. We already know people that ain't saved. We know. We're positive. I'm sure we can all raise our hands. That we are in class with, that we work with, that they don't even think about Jesus, don't talk about Jesus, don't care about Jesus. Some of them don't even know about Jesus. And we sit with them every day. We hang out with them every day, and we never go after them. And we know they're lost. Revelation 20. I want you to understand what this word lost means. Because it means to be utterly destroyed. Remember I told you there's no round two from hell. There's no bounce back from hell. To be utterly destroyed. That's what that word means. And also I just want to go back to the word go. Check this out. This is what's important about the word go. The Bible says go. He goes after. The word go means to travel. Again, indicates that I leave from where I am. It means to traverse. It figuratively means to die. How, if I go, how am I dying?
Dying to yourself. Dying to what you want to do.
Or dying to where I was. Because and this is what a shepherd did. When I go to get the sheep, I may have to contend with whatever he's contending with, so I'm putting my life in jeopardy to get you. I'm dying to my comfort zone. Because I'm comfortable around the 99 that don't need help. But to go out after you means I put myself in an uncomfortable position. Yes, when you go witness to people, sometimes it will be uncomfortable. So what? Were you worth it? Guess what? They're worth it. So, Revelation 20, you need to understand that what lost really means. Lost doesn't mean lost, because lost doesn't sound so bad. I mean, you've been lost before, you made your way, you found your way. But no, here, we're going to look at 20, Revelation 20, check this out. Verse 10 says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever. Okay? So we understand that the devil and the beast, and we're not going to get into the beast, is cast where? Into the lake of fire and brimstone, tormented day and night forever. No breaks, no days off from pain and torment. And it says, and I saw a great white throne, and him who sat on it, whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, there was found no place for them. Check this out. Verse 12 says, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. Check this out. And the dead were judged out of those things which are written in the book according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead that were in it, and the death and hell delivered up the dead that were in them, and they judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Verse 15, very important. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. How do I get written in the book of life? Because this is the Lamb's book of life. By believing on Jesus. I get written in the book of life through my faith in Jesus Christ. But if I never confess Christ, then my name is not written. And if my name is not written according to this, guess what? If everybody's going to have to stand in judgment, and God's looking to see if your name's written. And if your name's not written, you're cast to the lake of fire. Well, the Bible just said a few verses before that there is torment day and night and no rest. So what I'm saying is, you sitting beside me who does not know Jesus, I want you to be tormented forever. No breaks, no days off. Go to Revelation 21 and 8. And who's going? Check this out. Who's going? These are the people that you see every day. This is the person you used to be. Listen to the second one. I'm going to read it first. It says, but the fearful, check the second one, and unbelieving. Didn't we just say in John 3:18 that he that believeth not is condemned already? And here it says, the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and the idolaters, and the liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, and is the second death. It goes down the list, but the second thing on the list is what? The unbelievers. And how can they believe? And how can they believe? How can they hear? You know, it goes through the list, and it says, you know, all these different things. But it says, how can they hear without a preacher? How can they preach except they believe? How can they believe except they hear? We go through all this, but if you've been sent and you don't preach and they don't hear, and they have this consequence connected with what they don't hear, who's accountable for them not hearing? And I see you every day. We're family. I see you every Christmas. But every day I get up, I go to class, and I don't even care about all these people that are walking by that may end up being part of the second death.
I mean, in that sense, would you say that everyone is your assignment then?
Could be. You never know. What I started doing is I started speaking to when I see people I speak. And what I started doing personally, it's personal, because the thing that God got me about is before I can give it to you, I have to get it. So the conviction that you might be feeling, I felt it. I still feel it. If you talk to me just a little longer than normal, I automatically jump on you. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it happens. I just start talking. The guy, I'll tell you about this in a second. Well, actually, I'll tell you now. The guy that, he lives right across from me. I had just got over, I was tired. I was about to cook dinner. I had cut the oven on, the oven was heating up. I stepped outside real quick to go do something, go to my car, and he's walking by. I said, hey, how you doing? And he gave me this long answer. So I started talking to him about what he said. We started talking. I said, man, what church do you go to? We just talking. We talking and talking and talking and talking. Oh, the thing I've learned is you can't fake being interested in people but so long. So in order to effectively deal with people, you got to genuinely be interested in people. Matter of fact, pause, but let's deal with this lost thing. So, lake of fire, brimstone, permanent torment. Do we have anybody that's close to us that we love that's not saved? Can we all say that? We know somebody that's like, yo, whatever.
Yeah.
But we love them. You love these people, right? All right, we're going to do exercise. Close your eyes. Imagination time. There was a story by this guy, and there's a book as well by a guy named Bill Wise. He's a believer. The name of the book is called 30 Minutes in Hell. And he went to pray, and he kind of had an out-of-body experience. And he experienced hell for 30 minutes. So he gets to this place, and it's dark, and it's so dark that you can't see your hand in front of your face. But don't imagine yourself there. Pick one person that you love. Brother, sister, mother, uncle, aunt, friend. They're in hell. They can't see their hand in front of their face. The odor is so strong that you could suffocate just from the smell. The Bible says we were made in the image of God. There are demons in hell who they hate you just because you remind them of God. He said, I was in the cell. I had no awareness of God, no knowledge of God. And I couldn't see what I could see when the demons came up to me. He said they were deformed. He said arms longer than the other, legs longer than the other, scales on their body, and there was hatred in their eyes. And this is the person that you love. They're terrified. They're sitting in the cell terrified, probably crying, maybe even went to the bathroom on themselves, and they can't go anywhere. They can't get out. And all of a sudden they're dragged out of the cell, thrown up against the wall, bones breaking their body. Because this is what happened to him. They grab him, they have sharp claws, and they rip the skin off their flesh. And as they're going through this experience, they come to an understanding in that moment that they would not be here had they confessed Jesus. And they begin to wonder why the person that was close to them, which was you, never made any effort to win them to Christ. You ate dinner with them. You laughed and you joked with them. You played video games with them. You known them for years, yet you never made any sense.